okay, these are called dominance games. Dominance games is where one person tries to make the other person feel bad. The other person, if they feel bad, they lose.
Most arguments are predicated on a dominance game.
If we can teach these to kids young, this can help with bullying. This can help really just, instead of this whole fighting back and forth thing, you just fill the situation with love, and love wins every time. So the person who is trying to bully the other person, if the other person is able to keep their glass full of love and then somehow allow that love to spill over onto the other person, it completely disarms.
And the way that happens is if you're able to love your weaknesses, so if someone comes wanting to dominate and then you're able to love the weaknesses in yourself, they learn that they can love their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And then you actually compliment or help fill their cup, and their cup is filled, then they have no need to lash out. They have no lack.
You see, the only reason a bully is going to be lashing out or fighting is because all of us see the world as a mirror of ourselves. We treat everybody else like we would treat ourselves. So if we're treated harshly at home, let's say we're even maybe bullied by a parent at home, or there's violence, or just a lot of negativity at home.
Or we watch our parents bully themselves or each other.
Yeah, that can't help but get reflected out into the world as the bully, quote unquote, is trying to make sense of their own world. They're gonna treat others the way that they feel about themselves, and so they'll belittle others. They'll fight with others. They'll try to be mean and whatnot, because there's areas within themselves that are hurting and that are victimized or that are victims, and often they try to find that like a mirror outside of themselves. So this is called dominance games, and the dominance game is where there's basically just a simple role play where one party is always going to be trying to dish out the meanness, and
they can come from wanting to dominate, or you could even come from trying to persuade the person that you are their victim. So, like in adult arguments, it sounds like you don't appreciate all that I do, all the cleaning, all the cooking.
And then it's like, well, but you don't appreciate me. It's fighting for the victim.
I could start an argument from either victim. I could come from the victim, or I could come from you need to do something, like wanting to dominate, telling him how he's less and I'm more. So
we call it domination games or whatever, dominance games, but really it's a dominance of energy. It's a vibration dominance. And so one could be a victim, like, well, I'm the biggest victim. Well, no, I'm the biggest victim. Well, you don't do this, so therefore my life is this much of a victimhood. Well, you don't do that, so I've got the bigger victim.
Yeah, or it could be
vibration.
Dominance, where it's like, I hate you, you're stupid and ugly, and then the other person's like, no, I'm not. Mama says I'm not ugly, and you're ugly. I think you're the worst. I'm going to tell the teacher. So
it's just a fight.
If you can start a fight with a low vibration and get the other person to bait in and fight back in the low vibration, you're going to stay in that low vibration. You're going to just...
You win the game. It gives some sense of control. And so that's the dominance game.
Yeah,
and that
you get
sense
that.
of control
You bait
wins.
the person into the low vibration. You try to get them to come with you there.
Yeah, so if someone's trying to bait with a lower vibration and the other person responds with a full cup and even a fullness of appreciation, love, gratitude, and they're just not able to go there, right? They can maybe validate briefly, like, yeah, you know, sometimes someone's like, oh, you're stupid. And the other person's like, well, yeah, sometimes I am. I do stupid things sometimes. And you're really smart. I really, really love how intelligent you are, and you're really a smart person.
You seem so smart, yeah.
Well, what that does is it comes from a place of abundance.
Genuine.
Yeah, if it's from real love, where it's like, you know, I'm really glad you can point that out. Like, you can see things that other people might not see. And anyways, you don't have to like validate everything, but the idea is that if I respond with an abundance, with a wholeness, and then give a couple other compliments, like, I really think you're awesome, actually. I really like this or that about you. it completely disarms the other person, and therefore I win the dominance game out of love. The vibration of love becomes dominant.